Hi, I'm Bethany, and today I'm going to be talking to you about getting a job after college. So I just graduated in December, and I got a job in January. Yay. A lot of people go through like a large portion of time where they're jobless, and it totally sucks. And I guess I was there for a section of that month, so I felt you. So I went to school for fine art. I didn't go to like RISD or like MICA or anything like awesome. I went to my local state college and I still got a job in art. I'm doing like animation and illustration for children's English teaching software. And it's really fun, and I wouldn't have gotten my job if it hadn't been for the fact that I had done internships and applied to like basically every open position on the internet for like a month. I think that's like my number one advice is do internships. I had 2 internships while I was in college. One was with a graphic design company, and they were local, and I learned a lot about Illustrator, and that's what I'm primarily working in right now is Illustrator. So I just make vector graphics all the time. And if I didn't know how to use the pen tool, which I didn't before I started that internship, then I would have no idea what I'm doing. So, like, the great thing about internships is you're supposed to learn stuff, like important stuff I didn't learn in college. So it's awesome. I also did an internship with a video game company in Manhattan called Large Animal Games, and I learned a lot about Photoshop, like so many shortcuts. Like I learned that shortcuts are the way to go kind of stuff, and I learned so much in Flash, like so many sneaky things you can do to make a low budget animation just look awesome. I know internships could potentially lead to a job, but in both those situations, like those companies weren't hiring for anyone like full time. So rather than apply to them, I applied to everyone else. So when I was applying, I have a LinkedIn account, and I'm friends with everyone that I, met through my other internships. So, like I network through them. I use the LinkedIn job finder. I use Indeed and Simply Hired, which will bring up just like lists from other search engines. So say someone posts something on Monster, it'll come to there. And the best thing about this is you can also sort it by new jobs. I only want to see new jobs, and then you only see new jobs. So after a while of like Googling general terms that you want to do, like you'll see the same job over and over and over again. So it's really good to have good search engines, and I would recommend those two. Indeed, Simply Hired. They'll be at the bottom of this video. Other than that, I had different resumes for different positions. I have one that's more like graphic design, and then I have one that's more game design. It literally has like a giant illustration of a cartoon character on it. But, both of them are well designed and present almost the same information, but they're just slightly different. I would have template cover letters written up for like graphic design versus illustration versus I had some specific cover letters I had to write. Like I applied to be a publishing assistant at one point, and I had to write that one. And, most of these, I didn't get replies to, and the ones that I did, sometimes, like, they would drop off, but, like, just, don't give up hope. It can be hard looking for a job. Like, I didn't find one right away. I think my job, which is, like, really funny, I ended up doing illustration and animation for this company, but I applied to them for user interface design. So I applied them for user interface design. They went to my portfolio and they were like, oh, actually, we need someone to do illustrations and animations for cartoons for children stuff. So that's like another reason why you should just apply to basically everything. Everything to like a certain extent. If they're like art director, yeah, like you're entry level. Like you're not going to get an art director job. I mean, you can always like find their careers person and submit your resume, and maybe they'll consider you for another position, but I'm apply for jobs that are like junior artist, junior UI artist, junior graphic designer, junior photo assistant, like just, like apply to entry-level positions and, a little bit above. So basically finishing up, like it's really good to have multiple resumes and to work at internships. Like whether you get a job through your internship or not, you will learn a lot on the job that can help you get another job with other people, and like they're just good for you. They're good. Like people see that and they're like, wow, this person was really trying in college. For me, being an artist, my grades like really didn't matter. Like I was an A student. Nobody ever asked for your GPA and is serious about it. Like they're not. Your portfolio is essentially your GPA. If your portfolio is full of awesome, they will be like, oh, you're so good, I want to hire you. If it's not, but you were straight A student, you're not going to get a job. So I guess if you're in college now, like keep that in mind. Like if you want to do something for yourself to have it in your portfolio versus that your teacher will give you an A if you do some like abstract crazy thing, go with the thing that you think will actually improve your portfolio, because your portfolio is your way of getting a job as an artist. Like good portfolio, good job. I would say while you're applying to your hundreds of different positions that you're applying to that you could feasibly work at, you should also be working on your portfolio. So don't be bummed out about not having a job immediately, because this is going to give you a lot of time to spend time on lynda.com and spend time on YouTube checking out tutorials about new programs and new things that you can learn and better yourself as an artist. And you can also spend a lot of time doing artwork that you want to do rather than artwork for your teachers, which, artwork that you actually want to do, you'll be more willing to spend time on and it will just generally look better. I know people kept telling me during the time when I was looking for my job that I should be, settling down and, just partying out, because it happened to fall like on Christmas to like New Year's section. I was looking for a job and people were like, hey, let's go out. Hey, I'm around. Hey, I'm back in town, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, no, guys, I have to stay in and apply to everything. And that should be your mindset. So even though it might be hard, just, try to take it easy on yourself. And, this will be one of the few times in your life that you're not going to have a job and you're not going to have school, and you'll be able to do artwork and like go out and hang out with people. And like, I'm not suggesting drinking, but a little bit of partying and a pat yourself on the back for graduating college. Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm going to do another one of these on like structuring a resume, because I just helped my friend make her resume like really way more legible, and she's actually like a pre-med student, so just general like graphic design rules work for everyone. And having a really good resume like visually is always just really helpful no matter what you're applying to. So I'm thinking about making a resume video because I think that would be cool. But if you have any other questions or suggestions and things you'd like me to talk about in the future, just leave them below. And I guess follow me if you like my video on getting a job after college. Yeah. All right. Thanks.